I am sure that you guys don't have enough of what you've seen on the first series. And well, we are now back here on the Clash of Air Cup. And we are now proceeding towards our second series of the night. Vince G and Kaisaya will be here with you as well for the night to witness this action unfolds. And for Kaisaya, we've seen how intense the first series was between the two teams. I mean, looking at the fight between Death and the XDG, it was an intense game. I mean, it did not reach game number 3 for a reason. You know, they
Yeah.
both of the teams did manage to give everything that they have.
They definitely gave everything what they have from that best of three match. I did not even expect going on a 3 game best of three for the first set. So it's so intense, and I think this is what I love about Honor of Kings. You just don't know what you can expect, especially from teams that has yet to show what they have on behind their name. So yeah, moving on to our series 2, we have teams Fun from Malaysia and Aesir Asgard from the Philippines. So I'm really looking forward to see who these players are behind their team names, and looking forward to see what they can bring onto the table as well.
Well, this is gonna be an intense series because just like what we've seen on our first series, neither of these teams will be backing down without a fight. But for now, Malaysia's up against the Philippines is going to happen between FUN and AESAG. So the draft is on the way. We're gonna be seeing who is going to be their best heroes as well as we commence to the draft, taking their time removing those unnecessary heroes in the pool, and just like that, they've seen Lamb earlier, so no more Lambs in this game.
That's so true. I mean, lots of sustain, lots of capability to go on a flank, just initiating team fights as well. So you definitely would want to bound out the lab. Again, just to clarify, it is Team Fun from Malaysia on the blue side, and we can see Aesir Asgard from the Philippines on the red side. Now, will we be able to see a lot of roam bans in here for the first few sets of ban? We see the Datiao ban already from Aesir, but for Team Fun from Malaysia, no, they just give away all the roams available. We would love to ban out Prince of Lanling instead.
Ooh, Lenling, another assassin hero. Jungler assassin heroes, they don't want that to be drafted by other teams. So for Acer, this means the junglers has been limited, but this gives Fun room to pick their clash lane early on. So for a lane, actually, this is the same scenario we've seen in a lane during our first series being utilized by XDG, and I think they're gonna be going towards the same route, or probably they just realize that okay, a lane is quite effective in the clash lane, so might as well utilize this.
Yes, I wouldn't even say quite. He is just so effective in the clash lane. You match it up with any other early game time heroes, definitely this lane can match up. But for Team Aesir, they would want to ban out another roam in the form of the Dolia because they don't want those resets to happen. But for themselves, one of the best roamers that we have in the hero pool in the global server, Zhang Fei will show up himself. And we've seen a lot of good combo plays with Zhang Fei as well as the Princess Frost. Either of these two heroes can start or initiate a team fight. It's now just a matter of how they're going to be effectively layering their skills. So we have yet to see how Aesir Asgard will do that later on.
Ooh, and a Zhuangzi pick. So for Zhuangzi and the rest of the Fun, I believe they don't want crowd controls. Probably with the crowd control immunity having here by the Zhuangzi, that means they're just avoiding every crowd controls that Acer AG might be utilizing. Because just look at it. They have Zhang Fei, they have Princess Frost, and of course Byron also have that crowd control whenever his weapon or his energy comes to max. So yeah, with having Zhuangzi towards their fight is just a preemptive measure to win every fight that they can win.
Yeah, Zhuangzi, definitely a good way to, cleanse out the CCs coming from either Zhang Fei and as well as the Princess Frost Byron. However, in here, a good way to, initiate team fights as well. But in terms of lane matchup against the lane, he needs to wait a little bit for the itemization to become more effective. But the Hino pick on to the side of Fun in here is, looking scary as well. We have yet to see if he's gonna go really for the flash, or will he go for a smite in here later on to just annoy the jungle of team Aesir in here. We have yet to see that, but for the meantime, he is showing the flash in here, and it depends on what build he wants to build for his itemization later on. He's gonna go full all damage or some balance on the tankiness and the damage as well.
This is what I love about Heino. So this guy is quite annoying. He does all the poke. He does all the spear throwing, and you know how that hurts. But with the Fate Rewind that he has, he can like go and charge in without even hesitating. Because when he click his ult, that means he's gonna be returning to where his last point was. So that is a really good trick to at least annoy your opponents into forcing whatever they got. So having a Zwang Z, that means Heino is well protected from crowd controls, enabling him to use Fate Rewind more and more effectively. So this is quite nice actually, having this good set of combos, but for them flashing the Marco Polo that's fast, and for the side of Aesir AG not showing any marksman just yet. So how can they answer that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of farm lane bans in here. DRNG is banned, Consortio is banned, Arlie themselves, they have banned out up against Team Fun in here, and the Marco Polo is gone too. So they are left with some options, not so mobile. Farm laner in here, the Hoyi will be secured by Team Aesir Asgard. So there is definitely a lot of protection needed for this Hoyi because he is not as mobile compared to the Marco Polo. So we might expect to see the Zhangfei going for, the quite an overprotection for the Hoyi so that he can be able to free hit later on in the team fights.
Well, no doubt, Sang Fei can be your savior because he got that skill. He got that shield skill, the Living Savior. And Hoyi definitely needs that. He needs to absorb all those damage, all those upcoming damage, because he's gonna be harassed way too early. Probably he's gonna be the candy on the eye of the Fun, and they're gonna be targeting Hoyi first most of the time. So Hoyi needs to be protected at all costs.
Yes, definitely needs to be protective at all costs. Just like what you said, we see the matchup between these two. Again, Team Fun from Malaysia and Aesir Asgard coming from the Philippines. So in terms of their lineups in here, we can see Aesir Asgard, definitely they would love to go on clashes for sure, since they have the Zhangfei and the Princess Frost and the Byron too as well, especially if they are able to manage to connect the Burning Sun arrow in here, then followed up by the CC coming from either the Zhangfei or the Princess Frost. If they can do that, definitely can go for an effective team fight. But we'll see if they will manage to do that. This is game one between Fun versus Aesir Asgard. We'll see how it goes.
Ooh, seems like the junglers here want to take the objective. Azure buffs for Ying, probably go for the Crimson Golem buff for Wukong side. And now each and every lanes here are working their absolute best, but the first blood that I wasn't even expecting.
Same.
I mean, just look at Byron. He just whooping his big weapon right there. Electrifying Charge does it.
I did not really expect that too. I mean, we were talking about how the lane will be able to match up against early stages of the game, but unfortunately, it was a power coming from Lucky on the Clash lane going up against, getting that first blood in the just within 1 minute game time, within 1 minute game time even.
That was quick actually. Within a minute, that electrifying charge spam coming in from Byron, it was out of this world. And what I love about Byron is that when his energy, quite reach the second or third bar, probably goes full. I mean, he has that passive health regen whenever he hits. At the same time, the Furious Chariot will enhance his next basic skill. So it's either electrifying charge, dealing massive damage, or the Storm Strike having stun towards his opponent. So for force field,
Ooh, yeah. Looks like he would want to take advantage of that again while you were just talking about it, and he would want to get that highlight. But I think this is the strategy coming from Aesir Asgard. They would want to punish Moshi early on onto the clash lane because an online a lane could be problematic later on. So I think this is a good strategy coming from Aesir Asgard. And look at it, just one last hit. Will there be a secure kill? Unfortunately not.
Oh,
There's
whoa,
the
whoa,
dash,
whoa.
there's a chase, there's a flash coming from the Byron, and that scared away that lane.
I mean, good thing he has the flash because they're so committed. But right now, even with that overextend, there you have it.
Yes, look at that. Talking about commitment, we can see In Spirit has been super committed into getting that kill against Lucky. But then again, there's an exchange of kill going for the double kill in favor of Nyx for Aesir Asgard. Really good double kill for them to catch up in terms of gold.
I mean, Dante was just doing his job. He's just protecting his teammates because of how AESAG overextending, even with Lucky charging in, not hesitating. You know, it's our territory. Dante just show him around the jungle area. So with him being eliminated, but it was Nyx who managed to cover up for him. He
Yes.
managed to get a double, get Dante and Spirit out of this game. And then for AESAG, that is a really, really good start.
Yes, and you give that to Wukong again. Wukong is one major source of damage coming from Aesir Asgard, so definitely they need to catch up or at least take out the lead that Nyx has gotten as a Wukong as well. But for the meantime, seems like there are some tussles here and there. We can see in the minimap as well a while ago Byron just basically going for the tussle against Moshi again, and in a few seconds from now, oh, Burning Sun R will connect. There you go. Oh, look at that hit coming from the damage coming from the winters here of OD. They will manage to get a kill, but Hoyi will fall down as well.
Okay.
Exchanges of kills in here. Oh, double kill even in favor of OD in here for Aesir, but they're not gonna stop in here as the double kill will be coming from the lane as well. Mosh is still alive in here, but getting a lot of damage coming from the members of ASG. Will he be able to die? Yes, indeed, onto the hands of the Byron, and that will end the clash as they get a lot of exchange of. I wasn't able to completely count how many was that. Were you able to keep track of that one, Vince AG?
Wow, it was insane. I mean, I've seen the crowd controls coming in from AESAG to start a fight, but with Fun actually having Zhuangzi in that fight to back them up, they did manage to retaliate. And with Fun trying to at least fight back, keeping Moshi alive, having that death at sunset towards Zhang Fei secured that kill. But okay, it's gonna be AESAG controlling the Overlord on the top, but for that fight, it was indeed an exchange of blows, but somehow initiating with the Burning Sun arrow, AESAG here was fully confident. Even without the crowd control, they deal a lot of damage.
That's true. They're gonna go all committed onto the team fight. Winter is here, slowing out the members of Team ASG in here. But ooh, look at that exchange of kill as well. The Ying will get that kill and manage to kill the Wukong as well. They're not even done because more kills come from the side of Fun in here. From Malaysia, double kill even coming from the Marco Polo. And
wait.
I mean, it was just so massive. And here we go again. I mean, In Spirit will get more kills and not gonna stop to secure more for Fun.
Wow, I mean...
Oh, I love that. Secure more for fun.
For fun. For fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the pun, but you know, Fun did manage to at least fight, but somehow it was AESAG's territory at least. They even see Didi hiding in that brush. He got spotted. He was way too low, but good thing, In Spirit, he managed to utilize that ult. That Fate's Rewind saved him a lot from trouble, but Elaine and Lucky right now, you know, they're just on par in the clash lane. They just need to hold their lane for as fast as they, or as long as they can.
Looks like they're chasing something on the bot lane. And here, Marco Polo will fall down already. Unbridled burst has been used and trying to chase a member of AESAG in here. And one will fall down. They're not even stopping. This is a 2v3 situation. Wukong will fall down too. But In Spirit, seems like they still want to get that is Gang Fei. But to no afford because he's quite tanky enough and might not be a good way to just buy time for the side of AESAG. But I think something is happening onto the mid as well. Princess Frost versus Elaine onto the mid, but to no afford. Byron is here, gonna go for the killing spree up against the lane, and I think we saw Fun even going for an attempt to go for the Tyrant take, but to no afford.
Now we can see Fun playing defensively right here. I mean, having in Spirit trying to poke AESAG away. So this gives room for Fun to at least utilize their jungle camps. Farm, farm, farm is all they need for ZRY. I mean, he needs to farm up. I mean, he just needs to get all these items, become an effective marksman. But for Noah as the Hoi, we all know that this guy just needs attack speeds and a couple
Yeah.
of crits just to get across his opponent's health bar and eliminate them real quick. So we have to be careful. I mean, ASAG needs to be careful on Hoi. They need to protect him.
Onto the top side, though, we see the tower already has fallen down. A 1v1 situation between the Elaine and the Byron is just so amazing. But while that is happening, the rest of the members of each team are just so busy near the Tyrant camp in here. Either gonna go for that contest or gonna go for the push on the bot, which just so happened just now, giving that push, counter push coming from Fun.
Fun right now seems like they're becoming more and more confident, just like as Marco Polo lead the charge
Fever
for the run.
Yes, the sun though, however, came in, and that will put him to death, giving that kill onto Noah. Our Hoi Unbridled Burst has been used as well, just to push away the members of Fun. You know what? In this match, 22 to 22 in terms of gold, it's just evening it out. I mean, it's so hard to tell like who's gonna get the win because everyone's just doing a great job in terms of making a counter play for what they have been doing.
Ooh, it seems like I'm gonna be expecting a long game at least, like good 15 to 20-minute game. I mean, neither of this team doesn't want to back out, but they're on a change. They're on a chase.
Moshi. Yes, and Moshi in here, however, just Burning Sun Aura will connect lots of CZ in here, but will be able to use the ult to dash away. However, on the other part of the map, we see the Byron falling down, Lucky falling down onto the hands of the Marco Polo in the mid. He was like so deep. I don't know what he was doing. I think he tried to go for a push on the top, but unfortunately ended up going to the jungle camp of Fan.
There you go.
Just ended up dying. And yeah, another contestant here down bot, but Fun was able to clear off the minion waves.
You've seen what Hano is doing, right? He's utilizing Freight Rewind to bring the tower back to life, and it's back. So
Yes, that's so true.
Really good. Really good pickup for them.
Yes, I mean, in spirit in here, just utilizing his kit as just like what you said. But again, I mean, the objectives are here and there. Sometimes we see objectives being taken by AESAG, but sometimes it just gets onto the side of. I mean, the answer comes from a Fun as well. So it's hard to tell who's gonna get the win. It's more like who's gonna make a mistake in the later stages of the game.
I love In Spirit's response to the fast and dedicated push from AESAG. Okay, you can push all you want. As long as I'm here, the tower is gonna be back and ready.
Yes.
But, Fun here. It seems like they're preparing for war. They want AESAG.
That's true, that's true. I love the position of Moshi in the bush, just getting that vision as to whether the rest of the members of AESAG, I mean, Fun is gonna go somewhere else. I mean, yeah, AESAG, but I mean, this is now a battle on the vision, and he's gonna go for the initiate as well. I would say that there is more potential to go for an initiate from the side of AESAG because of their kit, but we see how, or we'll just have to find out how Fun will try to stop that one out. Maybe they can rely onto the Elaine for the initiate, or yeah, but it's so hard to tell right now with how they're doing on the battlefield.
Well, I'm quite scared of the mid to late game potential of Fun, it seems, because they're just dragging the game for too long, and they knew their capabilities. They're working their way, and even DD just trying to isolate AESAG from coming towards the Tyrant side, and it seems like they wanted to give it a go.
Yes, the fight is happening already. Unbridled Outburst has been used. Byron will fall down. Winter is here too. Oh, look at that. Marco Polo has to be very careful, trying to go all in, but the rest of his teammates are actually not there. And while that was happening, we can see that Wukong managed to get the Overlord up top, giving them the capacity to go for a wave push, wave clear later on. But there's a chase onto the Princess Frost, but they're gonna be backing away a little bit because that is not a good position to go for a fight.
Now, pokes after pokes in Spirit. he's not letting the AESAG touch mid lane. So instead of like AESAG trying to go for a clear and easy push, might as well take it like slow and steady because they knew already that the Fun already has in spirits Hano. Hano once triggered the ultimate, that means it's gonna turn the towers back into its previous
Mm-hmm.
state. So might as well damage the towers low and steady for at least in spirit if he's gonna try to at least return the tower into its previous state. Might as well have at least 25 hit points left before it like
Mm-hmm.
got cleared, or they can like go for the clear easy. They want to.
Yeah, it's just poking here and there. That's what they can do. And you mentioned it already, prolonging this game to wait for the damage coming for 4-0. The Marco Polo on the side of Fun, and they're just going to rely on that. Definitely, they need more itemization in here for anti-tank because, again, the Zhangfei is doing a lot of good job in terms of frontlining and protecting Noah onto the back line. So is the Byron. Lucky is looking scary as well in the clash, and we've seen him a lot of times winning the clash lane, even 1v1. But for the meantime, gotta love that push coming from the Wukong on the side. So it's a sneaky move coming from Nyx.
Well, having the sneak move, that means it's gonna prevent Hano because Hano, I mean, in spirit, he's just guarding mid in order for ASAG to at least have that forced mid control, and that gives Nick some room to knock down the bottom tower. So that is a good call for them. And now this forces Fun to respawn, but how can they
Oh,
do it?
I love the strategy coming from Lucky in there, trying to flank from the sides, but we saw how Marco Polo was able to flash away with his kit from the death, potential death coming from Lucky. So really nice move and attentive, I mean fast hands coming from Marco Polo out there, avoiding the gank coming from Lucky. But we see in the other side of the map, Moshi able to go for a clear of minion waves up top, forcing Lucky to go up top and go for a defensive play in there. So again, the match is being prolonged. This is looking scary on to the late game,
Agree.
especially if we're talking about Marco Polo going online.
Even ASAG here, I mean, he been having Princess Frost, OD. He's just using Winter is here just to clear out minion waves.
Yes.
So, do you know how tight the defenses of Fun are? And they're not letting ASAG touch their middle tower. But, this gives room to at least clear top or bottom tower. So they have to utilize on that information that they have. Force the fight
Mm-hmm.
somewhere and then make sure that some sneaky heroes coming in from ASAG do the pushing. So it's either go for Noah, but Noah, for him to go solo, is quite risky.
Yeah, very risky because it's not so mobile compared to the Marco Polo. But for the meantime, in here, we see that the clash ongoing already on the Tyrant pit. In here, Wukong will fall down onto the hands of Marco Polo. And a lot of members on the side of ASAG already falling down as well. Loss of sustain here and there. A killer spree even coming from the Swansea in here as well. They're not even done because Princess Frost will fall down too high. No, with his Fate Rewind in here, will still be able to survive that potential death coming from the Hoi. And it's not just win on the fight because they will manage to go for a push into the middle lane.
And now for Fun, it seems like they're having a fun moment because after all that early game defense that they endured, they're reaping what they planted already. Getting objectives, getting tower. After that tight defense, ASAG can even come out of their base. So, good thing for them, they're gonna be securing this Overlord. Shadow Overlord.
In the itemization in here, we can see that Marco Polo actually didn't go all out damage. He wanted some defense item for himself, to save himself from the Wukong as well as Noah's damage in here. But mainly, definitely for the against the Wukong because we know how it hurts to get damaged by the Wukong from his kit as well. But for the meantime, we can see the lead already in favor of Team Fun from Malaysia in here. And the question in here, what is the way for ASAG to now make a comeback, given the situation that they're in right now?
Well, for Fun to hold that game for way too long during the mid game, now this gives room for them to confidently go out of the map, take towers one after another. But for ASAG here, seems like they're being cornered. So unlike Fun's heroes that has escaped that special that capability to prolong the game. For ASAG, who will do that? Zhang Fei can initiate, yes, but what comes after that? They have that reset. I mean, Fun has that reset, that team fight reset, and that will force
Mm.
ASAG to reset as well. And you know what's good about their lineup is that after they reset, they have an opportunity to come after the ASAG once that they let their guard down.
Yes, the thing in here with the ultimate coming from the Zhuang Tzu as well. You know, all the ceases coming from Odie and Dash Dash just being cancelled out. So it's quite unfortunate, though, if that's whenever that so happens on the side of AZAG. But we see in here high ground towers already being pushed. Or being dealt down with some lots of damage. Unbridled outburst has been used already, and they go all in under tower. Withers here has been used. Members of the side of Fun has been frozen, but a killing spree coming from the Marco Polo with a fevered barrage as well, and that is still gonna give them the win onto the fight, onto the bot. But meantime, into the mid, the tower will fall down. We see the ult popped out already by that lane as well, and all of the towers and high ground already has fallen down. And look at the damage coming from Hino. Wang Z will fall down too, however, but this doesn't stop Fun from actually getting that win from those fights.
And it seems like after the tower takedowns, multiple tower takedowns coming from Fun, at least they cleared out the base, but all that's left for ASAG is the crystal. So
Yeah.
they still cannot finish the job. They still lack the manpower yet, but they're gonna be waiting for that opportunity. Might as well wait for the Tyrant and the Overlord to spawn. And as I speak, the Shadow Tyrant is back into the game, and they're gonna be taking the buff, it seems, leaving no room for ASAG to come back and bounce back from this game.
And with the Tyrant take two, definitely they have more reasons to go on team fight. So, and this is a nice way coming from the Elaine Moshi to create that space in order for the rest of his teammates to actually get that buff from the Tyrant. And here we go, a potential fight might happen in here. The Ying comes in. Ooh, lots of CC. That is Sunset in here as well. Oh, the Hino damage. Fever Barrage dealing a lot of massive damage against AESAG as well. But the last hit will go as well onto the Hino, killing the Hoi. And it is a wipe out, a triple kill even. And this is it. That is game one in favor of Fun.
Fun indeed had a fun game number one, and it seems like winning this game is definitely fun after all. And they already proved into this game that the defense is the best offense, and this is how they turn things around. Play it tight, not letting them pass through the mid lane, while a lot of chances coming in from ASAG, AG, to at least knock on multiple towers, creating so much space. But they're just way too alert. They know how to fight, and they did win this fight. And congratulations for Fun. They're just match point away into securing the series.
That's so true. I mean, looking at the itemization of there is the balance again on to our Marco Polo in here. Thus, he was able to manage the flanks and ganks coming from Nyx as well, and of course, additional range damage for himself too. Gotta commend what DD and InSpirit has done as well in winning team fights too. And of course, for InSpirit, we did see that a while ago in the bot lane part of the map, wherein the tower will go back, actually went back to life after the attempt of push coming from Aesir Asgard. But overall, really good teamwork. I think, Aesir Asgard did really give us a good showing as well in the early stage of the game. I mean, if we will take a look at the graph later on, I think we will see like the graph just kind of equal from early to the mid game, but onto the late game, we did see how team, Fun able to manage to go for that win in the fight. Mostly, I think, wow, actually our MVP is InSpirit in here. How about you? What do you say about our game result?
I love what I'm seeing. They utilize every hero that they have, and as I've said, DD's Zhuangzi, he knew how to utilize that anti-crowd control. So
Yeah.
every time that some heroes coming in from AESAG forces a crowd control, like the for instance Frost, well, they have someone to wash it away. And then for Hano, I mean, this MVP right here, he was really good at poking enemies. At the same time,
Yeah.
he brought towers back to life. He's just doing extra effort just to be an annoying pokerist coming in from the
Yes.
side of fun, and you know, technically saying that their team name is fun, but I'm not quite sure if AESAG had fun dealing with this MVP right here.
But for sure, Team Fun had fun on winning a game one. And, again, they just played it slowly and surely. But you know what? From that game one, I really think that Aesir Asgard, if they capitalize on the potential of their draft a while ago, if they became even more and more aggressive, because again, there are a lot of seasons that they can layer. Maybe they just had to pop the ult of the Zhuangzi, but unfortunately, they will just go all in onto their CC. Coming from the Hoyi, from the Princess Frost, and the Zhangfei as well. But whenever they will use that, unfortunately, Zhuangzi has the cleanse still to cancel everything out, allowing the rest of the members of Team Fun to just go all in for their damage.
I mean, utilizing nature's will and butterfly effect every team fight that they're gonna be going through, it's a win-win. So, washing away crowd controls is a way to fight back, and then this is how they respond to team fights. So, if the opposing side decided to at least lock them away or lock them off with combination of crowd controls, then having a cleanser, having Zhuangzi in general, that means it gives room for the other guys to pop off and deal damage. So might as well absorb some of the players, absorb the crowd controls, but you've got your Guardian right there. You've got Zhuangzi riding his whale to cancel every crowd controls that AESAG delivers. So, and having shield buffs, all in all, that means they're ready to go in for the fight. So this, in that sense, it gives Heino room to farm at the same time. Poking seems easy because of the damage that he had.
That's so true. I mean, during the draft itself, it made me wonder now, just like, I don't know, if there was an attempt coming from Aesir Asgard to go for high CC team composition, they could have just ban out the Zhuangzi. But unfortunately, that's not what they did. They banned out, if I recall correctly, the Datiao as well as the Dolia. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think they could have just, if they want to go all in lots of CC for their comp, why not ban the Zhuangzi? So yeah, I guess that's a lesson learned. Not just for Aesir Asgard, but I think for every aspiring players and teams in here want to go competitive. I mean, it's something that they can, study in terms of the drafting.
Well, we're gonna be seeing that in the second game, and how are they going to answer to that? And AESAG here, they do want to win actually. So, noting what they've seen in the first game, I'm gonna be expecting that they're gonna be removing Heino and Zhuangzi in the draft. So they're not gonna let their opponents have that fun moment again, picking Heino and Zhuangzi. So it's gonna give more opening. So Dolia can be open, Land can be open. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely. Who knows? But for the meantime, everyone who's currently watching the stream or who will be replaying the VOD of this stream, we invite you to join our community. Scan the QR code down below to join our Discord and be on top of the news on the upcoming seasons of this tournament. This is just season 1. This is just the start. There's more to come and maybe even higher prize pool. And of course, if you're the kind of team and set of players who's looking to get noticed by brands, sponsors, and maybe even esports organizations, this is your chance to get into the limelight, because definitely you can add this in your portfolio and get experience and learn from other competitive teams. So scan the QR code and join our community.
Well, if you join this community, you're gonna be receiving some notifications or probably connect with other players, other teams. You can set up some skirmishes, you can set up some screams, probably fight each other again, or have a word on when the season 2 is gonna come. So you'll be registering in no time. So that's good. If you missed that out, well, might as well catch up. Might as well replay the stream and make sure you scan the QR code in order for you guys to be in our community. So don't miss out, because a lot of things will happen here on the Clash on Air community.
Yes, and don't forget to follow the Facebook pages of Clash on Air and Easy on Air as well. So we are multi-streaming on two different platforms, YouTube and Facebook. So on Facebook, we are live on Clash on Air Cup Facebook page, as well as on Easy on Air Facebook page. And we're also live on Easy on Air YouTube channel if you want to watch there as well. So again, more tournaments to come. And again, don't forget to subscribe or follow the pages and channels. And at the same time, if you are on Facebook, type !notify so you don't miss on future live streams, especially tomorrow, because tomorrow is when we're gonna hold the semifinals as well as the finals. Unfortunately, we won't be streaming the battle for third place, and I think it's just going to be a best of one match. But tomorrow, semifinals and finals, it's gonna be super exciting because we will find out on that day too who will be the first champ of the season 1 of Clash on Air Cup.
Who is gonna be the pioneer? Who's gonna be the trendsetter on this Clash on Air Cup? But before we get over with the finals, of course, we have to get over with our game first. So this series is now on the game number 2 between AESAG and Fun. Now AESAG on the blue, Fun on the red. Now having the first pick priority or first pick advantage for the AESAG. I wonder who is going to be their first hero to go to, and how are they going to build up their draft?
Yes, there's like a trend in here from even set 1, series 1 that we have casted a while ago. The Elaine ban has been, quite prominent. Usually we would see Dolia, Datiao, Lam, but Elaine, actually not just even here in Clash on Air Cup, but even in the official tournaments from Honor of Kings, we've been seeing a lot of Elaine bans too. So this is becoming a trend. So for sure on ranked games too. But next ban, Lam in here. So no prio ban so far on roamers.
I kind of wonder why they went in for the Elaine, or probably okay, we give room for Hano, we give room for Zhuangzi, but we are gonna take advantage of our first pick. So might as well get the Hano for our team. I think that's what they're after. If not, I don't know. If they wanted to give the option out, I get for the content. But, it is actually effective. And, missing one ban and going for the Dashiao, I think they're up to something. They wanted to utilize the Dashiao all throughout the game and then go for annoying push.
Okay, this gives room for Team Fun to actually go for 2 best picks that they have, but for the meantime, they would want to go for that Dharma. I'm not sure what they want to partner. Sunbin is here, really looking good for sustain and movement speed as well, but in here, because Aesir Asgard picked out the Datiao for themselves, I'm expecting a really good cross map play here and there, surprise gangs as well. So yeah, really looking forward to that.
Oh, here comes the daddy, Liu Bei. I mean, he's gonna be coming to the fight. He's gonna be the jungler for AESAG, and now having a Byron towards their side as well. So having Byron again, once works, it works, but let's see how is he gonna deal with the Dharma now, because Dharma quite packs a punch. And for In Spirit, okay, I'm gonna be forgetting about the Hano. Forget about it. Forget about the Hano. Forget about the Zhuangzi. Let's try other stuff, because for DD and In Spirit, this is 2 totally new heroes. They didn't even go for Zhang Fei. So Zhang Fei is now out of the option because they already got what they want to. I mean, Sun Bin, Da Xiao already into the play. No marksman. Actually, that's the common denominator for both of these teams. No marksman yet, but for the side of Fun, jungler is missing.
Yeah, that's true. So, but it's okay because they just have to counter Liu Bei later on. So now we see the bans on the farm laners coming in. Arlie, Consortiu being banned out, but we do know Marco Polo again still open. Even Hoyi, which we see, effective as well, but just needs a little bit of protection. The Renji might still be an option in here, especially if they want to counter out the CCs that may come out from the Princess Frost as well as the Dharma. So we still do have a lot of options in here, but even Lady Sun is still open. So and as we speak, the Renji will be out of the picture though.
Okay. they're targeting the marksmen. They are reducing the marksman pool. So I don't know if a dash dash is gonna eliminate marksmen as of yet, but in this case, I mean, Hoi possible he can be repicked again, and there's still an available marksman though. So for
Lady
Kaiser,
Soon, come on.
Lady Soon, yeah, Lady Soon,
Yeah.
Hoi still there, Garo is still there.
Yeah.
Well, let's see who are they going after. I mean, Luban. Oh, if they wanted to at least utilize Luban, why not?
Luba number 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, why not? And oh, okay, this is just
Wait.
a hover. Calm down.
Okay.
Okay, Garo. I thought they're not gonna go for any farm laner picks in here, but so I said, okay, just calm down. It's still not locked in. Calm down, casters. Okay,
Yeah.
Marco Polo, mobile. It's gonna be good. I mean, at least 2 options, Lady Sun or Marco Polo. So that's good enough for them. Gan and Mo, I've seen also in official tournaments that we have for Honor of Kings. If not Haino, go for Gan and Mo. It's similar pokes and annoying damage as well.
Actually, the way that they hit that blades coming in from Ganjang and Moye, it's really an annoying. It grew. The damage grew from time to time, and they have to be aware of that. So for them, they have to watch. I mean, especially for Inspirit versus Frost, they have to watch out for the damage coming in from OD, if ever. And speaking of Luban number 7, finally, for ZRY, he's decided to go for it.
I mean, not yet locked in here. They have to be very with the Luba number 7. Yes, really good in clearing off minion waves, really quick. Can match up definitely on the clearing potential of the Marco Polo in the farm lane, but they need to make sure that there will be no ganks on the lane of Luba number 7 because they need to give the power spike on the Luba number 7 because again, he's not as mobile in comparison to a Marco Polo.
I agree. So for Marco Polo, he has that multiple initiation way of going in, going out, and be safe towards the fight. But for Luba number 7, he needs to be protected at all costs, just like Hoi, just like that marksman that needs to be protected. So
Yes.
I hope that they work out on that and having Luban number 7. And you know what's good about Luban number 7 is it's a shark cannon probably. He can like provide support, provide damage from way across the map if that connects.
That's so true. Air support here and there, but we'll see. Again, it's all about the execution for Team Aesir Asgard. I'm really looking forward again on the Datia play that they can do, ganks and cross map plays. But yeah, this is game 2 of the match between Aesir Asgard from the Philippines versus Fun coming from Malaysia. We're your casters. I'm Kaisaya. With me is Vinzi G. Let's get it on.
I am quite intrigued on how are they gonna play out with the Dashao. So they're gonna go for Marco Polo and then let him push from time to time with Dakiao being there. But wait a minute!
Lane? Oh, super low Odie in the mid right of the bat just because of the damage and pokes coming in. Oh, look at that. Coming from 4 Ziri as well. Luba number 7 trying to just give that backup damage. But no casualties so far. Really good defensive play or coming from Aesir Asgard to avoid that first blood.
I mean, just look at the Shark Cannon. They knew that they're harassing AESAG as of the moment. And then, if that Shark Cannon did connect towards the Ganjang and Moye, he's in a pretty much trouble situation. He might not go home alive if that connects. But, fortunately for him, he has a room to breathe. And for ZRY, having that wave clear at the same time controlling the jungle, he's in a better position.
Knock-ups here and there, as well as silences coming from Dash on the Datiao. But Ying, again, they gotta be very, very careful on advancing on the bot lane part of the map because that could be a potential gank and death for them. 4v2 situation down bot, but on top, 3v1. Are they gonna go under tower in here to get that kill? Gan and Mo poking here and there. But, ooh, look at that. Truth Mantra connecting. But still, again, they're dealing with tower damage as well up top. So they need to play safe just a little bit.
I agree, they need to play safe. And now for AESAG, he needs to prioritize on protecting Noah first because Noah can be their effective source of damage in the mid to late game. And now, for Fun, it's rotation time. We need to target the weakest link for the AESAG at the moment. Yes, OD can deal huge amount of damage, but wait a minute, even Moshi here receiving damage from the Byron from Lucky. I mean, he's working so well with the Byron, uh, just like what happened in the
Mm-hmm.
early game. But providing Noah with the support that he needs, I mean, he's gonna be your reliable source of damage throughout the game.
That's so true. Even OD on Gan and Mo as well. But there is a play and rotation coming down bottom part of the map. Will this be a potential 4v2 situation? Really, they're really targeting the Luba number 7 in here. But for the meantime, here we go. They go all in. Ult has been popped. First blood is going to go on to in favor on the side of AESAG. This is brought to you by Easy
Oh
on air.
wait,
But we're not yet even done. Fortunately, there is the shield coming from Byron, saving his life from the potential death coming from In Spirit.
good first field suppression. He managed to at least escape death,
Mm-hmm.
and for his spirit, he almost caught Lucky, and he's living up with his name. He was lucky to survive that encounter with Inspirit and the rest of the fun. And now for fun, yes, we might let you slip. You might be safe for now, but later on we're gonna be targeting you because with the first blood, ASAG, I believe that they grew more confident than ever.
That's so true. That's true. I love the confidence that they have right now in here. Hopefully, this will last long because, again, they don't want to deal with the late game Luba number 7. But for the meantime, they are already in here onto the objective. Oh, no steal. Nice attempt, though, coming from the Ying. But he is like a second late on attempting to go for a smite steal.
I mean, a second late, but still the efforts are there. ASAG here just preventing that to happen. They don't want that objective to be stolen from them. And now it's gonna be back on track. We need to focus on lanes. We need to clear the waves, protect our jungle, let the junglers do the dirty work. For now, the item wise still for Liu Bei here is focusing on attack speed. But wait a minute, tyrants are happening.
Oh, Fevered Barrage has been popping here. Lots of damage. Hitting a lot of damage against the DD in here. Will DD fall down? Fortunately, he will save his life in here. Pop has been ult. Backup is incoming from the Byron as well. Will disconnect. However, Ying is in here to deal some damage. And your shield has been popped. God and Mo will fall down. However, and that will lead on to the win for the team fight in favor of Fun.
For ASAG, they have to figure out how are they gonna utilize Dashao because
Oh!
Dashao utilizing the Sea of Fate, they need to at least send home the critical members when it comes to those team fights. For Marco Polo, yes, it worked. He needs to be sent home, but he needs to figure out a way in order for him to get back on track. But not all the time. He's gonna be. I mean, we're gonna be seeing Dash utilize that Whirlpool, so they have to play their cards right for now.
Oh yeah, I mean, good usage of the Eye of the Whirlpool, but I guess that led Lucky to almost danger in exchange for his life. But yeah, I mean, this is early stage of the game. It's just a actually, the lead in terms of gold is still in favor of AESAG, despite of what has happened in the Tyrant camp. So, but for the meantime, they have to be very careful because lots of ganks in here now, seemingly incoming, coming from Fun, especially on the bot side.
Wow, it seems like Moshi wants to go at it. He's gonna prove that he packs a punch. He's gonna be the stronger guy in the clash lane, but I'm seeing some top lane aggression. Liu Bei wants to get involved, but on the bottom lane, we can see right now, we can see the Severing Surge calling their teammates up just to defend it, but it's too late. The tower has been taken down.
Yeah, the Eye of the Whirlpool is quite late on the bottom part of the map. The damage coming from Luba number 7 is just way too damage. Lots of attack speed here and there. Add to that, we were talking about like 3 members on the bot side part of the map going for that objective take. And that was very successful for the side of Fun. But as you see, in terms of gold, it's not that much difference. But for the meantime, into the middle lane, ooh, almost Dante getting that kill up against Gan and Mo. But Gan and Mo was able to just save his life, taking advantage of that easy teleport coming from Daxiao as well.
I mean, for Ganonfo, to be fair, yes, he's quite annoying when it comes to poking with damage. But he's just way too soft. But for Liu Bei leading the charge right now.
Oh, the poke you were talking about. There goes the poke. Come in. Oh, they said, okay, are you like not confident about my pokes? Here, I show you how powerful my poke is, killing off DD off the map.
he showed me how to utilize the couple blades. Okay, that's the way how I overcome my squishiness. You know, being painful, but the top lane is quite too hot.
It's so hot that the Dharma will fall down. That was a 4v1 situation in here. Oh, look at that, super low on HP, but thank God to that old, I mean, that old skill coming from the Dacia, allowing Byron to just go back again to the fight. But meantime, we see this fight happening onto the river side right now. Dante MY trying to go for that kill, but unfortunately, we're talking about a lot of members coming from AESAG in here, and that's gonna be risky. And again, Gun and Mo is online, I would say, and all his pokes in here are really scary.
Now the pokes are really, really scary, and all that ASAG needs to do is to protect their damage source. Noah, OD, they can do the job. Lucky, Nyx, they can tank, and for Dash Dash, he can set up the place. He has that Severity Surge, he has the Sea of Fate. He can like use that very, very well in order for them to be effective. But wait a minute.
Oh, no, still, however, the Liobe will get the kill onto the Sunbin. We talk about two members falling down to the side of Fun in here, but we can see Luba number 7 going for this exchange of kill. The chase is in here. Dante is so deep right now. We're talking about 4 members. What are you chasing in there? You are so deep. He was so committed to getting Dash Dash that he did not notice that there are members on the side of AESAG trying to eye on him. So I think that was quite not mindful for Dante on just, focusing fire on Dash Dash.
Well, for ASAG, they are doing so well in this early stage. Almost 10 minutes, but seems like they're winning fights. 7-4 scores, and it seems like they're up ahead. I mean, like, for 1K or 2K gold, at least they are doing their job. But look at that reposition coming in from Moshi.
Truth Mantra will connect, but we're talking about the Datiao kit in here, right? They're gonna go back easily onto the base. That is one annoying thing on the Datiao, onto the hands of Dash Dash right now. This is gonna make members of Fun to just, okay, where are you guys? I thought I'm gonna secure the kill, but no. But meantime, mid lane, there goes the pressure coming in from both sides as well. Ying trying to go in. Ooh, the damage, killing off Gun and Mo, but that will get the last hit will go on to Moshi on the Dharma. And okay, this is looking scary because they now have control onto the middle lane. They do have the Vanguard as well pushing onto the mid. Oh, look at that flash coming from that side of Team Fun in here, killing the members of Team AESAG. And again, we're talking about the non-presence of the Byron too in the middle lane. More kills, Liobe will fall down as well.
Just imagine the AoEs, just imagine the crowd controls the Fun has, and nailing down damage source that the AESAG has in the form of OD. That gives him a hard time, but of course, that Sea of Fate or probably the Severity Surge was forced in their base just to make sure that the escapes were made. So for Lucky, he was lucky enough to survive that fight again, and he needs to continue what he's doing. And for Dash Dash and Noah to at least pair up and utilize the Sea of Fate every time that they go in for the push, they need to at least double their pressure in order for them to force Fun to at least play defense.
That's true, and they're playing defensively right now. Again, Dash Dash utilizing Sea of Fate anytime, but meantime, we're talking about the fight onto the top side. Oh no, there's definitely no way for Moshi to back away and be safe on that fight. But meantime, Dante and MY in here going for that focus fire onto the Ganonmo, killing Ganonmo, and they're not even done as they try to get more kills. They always fall down as well. There goes the chase, 2 members left, but Pyron is on the bot side going for that push in here. Seems like there's not gonna be any contest coming from AESAG team in here. And yes, they will be able to go for a secure on that one. Nice bush play coming from Dante on that one. They know that they need to kill of Odie, and just because he's the pesky warrior in here from the side of AESAG.
I agree. You need to target the weakest link every time, and then for AESAG, it's gonna be the mage. But wait a minute!
Look at that! There is a secure of the objective take coming from Fun, but we did see how AESAG tried to kill off 2 members on the side of Fun on that Overlord camp fight, and AESAG was successful. They did not manage to go for a steal, but at least they were able to, just prolong the match still by killing off 2 members from Fun.
That is really good. That is what ASAG needs. And even though they're behind when it comes to taking down the Tyrant and the Overlord, those epic type monsters in this
Mm-hmm.
battleground, they can still figure out how to catch up. And the gold is not quite that high, but
Mm-hmm.
ASAG here has that lead, and they need to maintain that lead. And they need to protect OD at all costs while providing Noah what he needs to do. And they can rely on Nyx to at least go on and lead the front while they're charging in the flank.
Definitely these two teams. Oh, but hold thought, Winter's Frost has been popped in here, slowing down the members of AESAG right now. They're having a fight in here. Lots of members going so low onto the side of Team Fun in here. Gotten more damage, just so massive right now. Even killing of the Luba number 7. They're not even done in here, as that attempt coming from Ying has been, is there, but unfortunately will fall down onto the hands of Noah and the rest of members of AESAG. This is what happens when Gadenmo is left open and alive. That's why I think, you know what, whenever Fun would want to go for a fight, they have to make sure that Odie is not nowhere in the map. Maybe just, peel it off from before going for a fight. But yeah, quite unfortunate result for Team Fun.
Wow, interesting item build. I mean, for OD, he's just utilizing the magic burst, explosive damage, and then focusing more on magic damage output. But for Marco Polo, I'm gonna go physical. Attack speed wise, go for the lifesteal, go for the crit, and while sustaining myself, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to get caught with the magic damage coming in from Fun because in Spirit also proven to be more
Oh,
faithful.
real nice Winter is here.
Oh,
Marco Polo will fall down onto the hands of the Dharma, Joe.
that's good.
This is what they need to find. Team Fun. They need to get those type of picks in order to match up against the fight. But meantime, Luba number 7 is actually forced to defend the top side because Byron Lucky is just being so annoying up top. Just going for the cross map play for the side of AESAG.
I mean, utilizing the Truth Manta onto Noah, that is a really, really good way for him not to go back into the base. And that is what they need to do if they see the Sea of Fate already
Oh,
being casted by
wait.
Dash Dash. And with that, I mean, Noah's going home. I mean,
Yes.
you're gonna be
Oh
respawning
no.
at base.
And yes, we did see how Lucky died onto the hands of Luba number 7 up top though. But for the meantime, fights in here happening onto the mid. We did see how OD killed another member on Team Fun. Again, this is like, okay, lots of exchanges still. You can see the gold lead's not too far. It's just 2k gold lead, even at number of kills. But now they have, we do know their power now that they need to capitalize. Again, for Fun, they need to peel off OD onto the Ganonmo. What can they do is just doing what they did a while ago. Dante just finding a way to peel off this OD or maybe even Noah, right, on the Marco Polo. But for the meantime, really good contest in here coming from Fun. Let's see if AESAG will manage to actually go for a steal anytime soon. But for the meantime, either Whirlpool has been popped in here. Lots of members come from AESAG already trying to go for that. No steal from AESAG in here. Luba number 7 will kill off the Byron Liobe in exchange for the life of the Sunbin in here. But the
Oh
double
my.
kill Gunbo has fallen down as well. Team Fun in here capitalizing on the lead, or rather the buff, no buff, but there you go. I mean, the position that they got on that fight, and of course the free hit coming from the Luban number 7.
That is an interesting 3-1 exchange. And now still, Dash Dash surviving that fight, they can still defend their middle tower. And now, for Fun, it's all up to them to break down this tower. This middle tower together with the Vanguard, the Shadow Vanguard that they're marching in. But for Dash Dash, he's gonna unleash the Koi just to make sure he deals an explosive amount of damage. But for the ASAG, they were forced to play defensively once again because Fun
Yes.
has that steering wheel. They are now trying to finish this game as fast as they could.
Yes, and this is looking bad for the Datio in your lineup if you are on the defensive side, especially if you don't have any more towers in your camp, because you're just Eye of the Whirlpool. You wanna take advantage of that as a global scale, not on the base side scale. So we're gonna use your Eye of the Whirlpool. You're just gonna be using it just within that area, and it's limited space. You wouldn't be able to utilize it to its full potential. For the meantime, Tower, high ground tower has fallen down up top already. A flash has been forced in here from the Datiao as well. And yeah, more towers just falling down inside of AESAG.
I mean, having fun knowing their skill kits or hero kits really, really well. And they don't even care if ASAG goes in for the first pick, Dashao. But having Dharma, it was a clear, direct answer for fun. Okay, no one is gonna enjoy Dashao. We're gonna try to at least bring you outside your circle, and then we're gonna convert you into kills, and that is what fun is after. More kills. That means it's more freedom for them to utilize, and when they have that freedom, they can like go for the jungle invades. They can go for the push, take objectives, and then end this game if they want to.
That's so true. Really nice creation of space in here coming from the rest of the members of Fun in here. We're gonna go for that engage. Super low on HP is the Dharma. He'll be managed to back away Ying in here. Dante will be able to get a kill to Noah for though. He needs fevered barrage. I don't know if it was used accidentally. It did not hit any target from the side of Fun, so quite a waste. They need to wait for the fevered barrage to finish its cooldown. But for the meantime, AESAG will still have to play defensively.
For ASAG right now, they still have that moment, but of course, the crystal is quite exposed, and for fun, they're gonna be taking the bottom tower. And
There goes the initiate! Really nice initiate coming from the Byron, allowing the Gun mode to go for a free hit. Even in here, the rest of the members of Team AESAG will manage to maybe go for a free hit in here. There goes the chase. Dharma is all alone. Moshi will be able to back away. He needs to buy time for this one. This is looking scary because, again, commendable play coming from Lucky, even though he died in the process.
I mean, he's a starter. He goes in, he charges in, he starts the fight, and he did start it right. But at the cost of his life, with his sacrifice, this gives room for ASAG to utilize this to march straight towards their base. They're gonna go straight towards the crystal.
No. Oh no, here we go. The defensive play. Let's see if he'll be able to make it. Trying to clear up
Clearing!
the wave. He did not manage to do so, but the focus fire in the crystal is here already. The members of Team Fun already going in, but no afford because AESAG will go for that 1-1 score.
I was so amazed on how the fighting spirit of ASAG. They did show that they don't want to give up on this game, and just by looking at that, winning one team fight, they managed to flip or turn the entire tables around, and they stole a victory. I mean, for fun, they did exert a lot of effort into that. They played slowly, they played at their own pace, but that defensive play coming in from ASAG, they did steal the show.
Wow, I mean, if not for Lucky, there's no comeback coming from Aesir Asgard. They need to give I don't know, some bonus, some gift, some reward to Lucky for getting the game for Team AESAG. So really commendable play. I do hope he gets the MVP for this game too. It's really commendable play. But of course, overall, it's good all team effort for sure. They talked about it that okay, hey, I'm gonna go into the fight. Make sure you follow up with the damage, and we did see that being done by Odie as well as Noah. And again, I mean, not even the death in here coming from Dash Dash. He utilized the Datiao so well with all of the teleports and the heals coming from, even the silences coming from his side. Really commendable play by both the teams, most especially by AESAG.
AESAG, with the surprising turn of events, seems like they shown fun how a real defense was. So with that, they have enjoyed their win, and we're now going to see another game number 3 commence, and let's talk about the MVP. This guy did deserve the MVP because Dash Dash here was totally untouchable all throughout this game, and becoming untouchable, that means he can set up the plays. And this is what I'm talking about, setting up the plays. Make sure they utilize the Eye of the Whirlpool plus the Sea of Fate really well, and this gives room for Marco Polo to farm. This gives room for the other players to play safe, and then they can like go in if they want to and initiate the fight. But for Dash Dash, he is the guy, and he dictates the game. So I wonder if Dashao is going to return towards the banned prison next game. No
they,
doubt.
they give to respect this one. They have to definitely respect the Datiao of Dash Dash. I do think even the Byron pick as well up against team from the side of team Aesir Asgard, because we did see how comfortable he is in making use of that Byron. So now we get to know the teams pretty much. I mean, as we go along with the process of seeing more games coming from them, we do see what they love to play or what they are very comfortable to play. So yeah, really kudos. This is so exciting. I mean, this feels like a grand finals day match. BCG. I don't know. Normally we would see just two O's, but I mean, in terms of kills, wow, grand finals quality.
I mean, this is the intensity of the players and teams who join in on the Clash on Air Cup. All of these teams had that determination. All of these teams wants that bragging rights, wants to be known as the first ever Clash on Air Cup champions. And that is why neither of these teams are showing any signs of backing out. They wanted to proceed towards the next set of rounds, reach the finals, and then when they're there, they're gonna be setting their sights towards that grand sets of best of five. So I'm gonna be expecting more in our grand final. So this is just the start. This is just the preliminary rounds, round number 1. So I mean, it's already reaching to a point that we're getting 20 minutes fights plus best of 3 series full. So imagine on what's going to happen in the grand final. So that's gonna be insane.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's just so amazing how to see each of these teams try to make a comeback play. They don't just give up. I love that there's no surrender button in here. You know what I mean? Because in ranked games, obviously, right? For as long as, okay, there's already the lead from the opponent, our teammates, our random teammates don't want to fight anymore. But here, in competitive plays, our teams do want to show us that comeback is possible.
Well, comebacks are definitely possible. Just like game number 1. I mean, what I've said about the defense is the best offense. Well, they've shown how hard or how great their wall of defense was, and seeing Fun on the verge of almost winning. They just have to knock out that tower in the bottom lane just to expose or utilize everything or every lane that they have, and then go for the crystal. Seems like after Lucky started that fight with the Byron, they go straight mid. They go all in. They go for the base. They go for the crystal. End it with a satisfying passion. Imagine if that is game number 3. They're gonna be screaming. But still, after AESAG won that fight, they still have to win one more.
That's true. When you said it was a satisfying play from the Byron, can't agree more. That's totally. I mean, if Clash on Air is gonna make some highlights, definitely that has to be included. That has to be included in the highlights on the replays from each of the teams. But yeah, we'll see. We're back to best of 1 in here for our game 3. It is a 1-1 score between Philippine and Malaysian teams. Fun and Aesir Asgard. We'll see how this one will go as they get to the war. Then again, Clash on Air Cup Season 1 has a total of 600 Malaysian ringgit prize pool. That is an estimate of 7,200 Philippine peso or 127 US dollar for our international audience. And not only that, you get to win, I mean, the top 4 teams will get to win a share of diamonds and star stones as well. And of course, to those who won't make it to the top 4, you still get to take home some experience along the process, because this is not the last Clash on Air Cup that you are about to see. This is just a start. This is just like an example on how it's going to be. So make sure you join and watch out for the upcoming events that Clash on Air is going to bring to you.
Well, exciting turn of events happen. And speaking of joining the events or joining the community, just scan the code right here. Do not forget to bring out your phone, scan this QR code right below of us, and then make sure you join our community, because this is not the last time we are gonna do this, because Clash on Air Cup is gonna be a seasonal thing. So after this season, we're gonna be having season 2, season 3. So for you guys to enjoy more Honor of Kings tournament, well, what are you waiting for? This is just the start, and all the teams, all the players joined here is they're called pioneers already. If they did not make it and become the season 1 champions, well, they can still join for season 2 in the upcoming season. So you can join and make it to the cut and make this a big event for all of us, because Honor of Kings, finally, we have been waiting for this. And Clash on Air Cup, and they're just giving us more and more reasons to play the games that we love.
Yes, that's true. Not even officially launched yet in several countries in Southeast Asia, but we're here already creating lots of community tournaments, teams being built, like either from amateur organizations or well-known organizations. It is there already, and we have upcoming land events as well. So super exciting for the growth of the esports side of Honor of Kings. So make sure you guys follow us on our Facebook and YouTube channels as well to not miss out any future events that we might have. So yeah, fun for Malaysia versus Aesir Asgard, guys. It is a 1-1 score. It is hard to predict who's gonna make it to the next round, to be honest. In terms of skills, as a team, an individual, I mean, the skill level, they all match up. So it's so hard to predict. It's all about the execution this time and how they decide when already in game.
Well, in game, I mean, the draft is gonna dictate that first stage, but it's all about the perseverance, all about the dedication. And for that game, or for that match, I've seen the determination of AESAG to hang on into this tournament life. And by then, they did secure a rematch. I did secure a match point between them, and for this, they need to utilize whatever they have, and probably Dashout must be respected. Byron actually gets the respect that he deserves. This guy is annoying for quite some time now.
Definitely deserves that ban up against their team in here. So I love that. And of course, there's a respect on the lane too as well. I wonder though if the next few bans will include some Roman here. Will we see a Zhangfei? Will we see a Dolia? Datsao has been open as well, just like what has happened. And it might be an opportunity to be opened again, because we just have one slot left for the first phase of ban. But I guess, oh yeah, okay, there you go. As we talk about it, all the roams are available for picking.
And Dasho is still open. So
yeah,
after DD secured the Dahlia, so I hope that someone or Fan has something in mind, because I am quite sure that they're gonna be utilizing the dash out again because of how effective it was. So for OD, okay, enough with the Ganon Mo. I need some protection. I need something to at least get out of that sticky situation. For me, I'm gonna go for Princess Frost, but okay, Dharma is gonna be picked by Lucky because there's no Byron anymore.
And I love how Team Aesir Asgard secured the Princess Frost right off the bat. Normally, you would hate to see a Dolia together with the Princess Frost, because lots of resets can happen. I mean, unlimited winter is here. That's gonna be super annoying. So I love how they secured immediately the Princess Frost on the side of Aesir Asgard in here. Matchup in terms of the lanes in here, but I'm gonna give the upper advantage on the early stages of the game for the Arthur in here up against the Dharma, but mid to late game, definitely can they match up. But meantime, they want to secure in here for the side of Team Fun in here, the late game with the Marco Polo on their hands. But yeah, sustain wise though, advantage on the side of Team Aesir Asgard, as they both have the Kaiser as well as the Dharma.
Okay, for AESAG, they're lacking in marksman. So for them, farm lane is still a question mark. So that is what fun is after. The Renji being eliminated, so this gives room for them to choose another marksman hero in the pool. For Lady Zen to be eliminated because they knew that Fun has no mid heroes yet, together with the jungler. So there's still holes actually. ASAG, they can still eliminate another jungler hero. Okay, they go for full mid, and for Ying, okay, they're gonna be out of the pool because I
Mhm.
believe that they've used the Ling quite well in that game number two.
It makes me wonder now if there's gonna be an Angela pick in here for the side of for the mid lane of team your favorite, I suppose, VNZG
Yeah,
Angela in here for the side of fun because Lady Jen has already been banned in here to stop. We don't want to deal with all those icy stuff. Said team Aesir Asgard in here, but again, an Angela is still an option in here for the range damage and continuous damage as well, plus some sustain for herself.
but there's a lot of room for other mid heroes. They can go for burst. They could go for something sustainable. I mean, I've seen Yuan being picked for mid, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that they don't have junglers, it quite works for quite some time now. For UG or Consort U to be picked up against 4ZRY's Marco Polo. Woo! Okay,
Hmm.
Dante wants to fly because he's gonna go for Cirrus.
Not yet luck though, but seems like wanna okay. Are they gonna go for some assassination plays or some fighter type of jungle in here? They could add another tanky jungler, I would say, to just add a layer of protection for the Marco Polo, but they're still quite indecisive. But for the meantime, the Yao Chan has been locked already in here. We'll add a layer of AoE damage as well, plus some sustain too. But they want to lock in the Cirrus in here. What do you say about the serious decision in here? Now, it's actually basically for the sustain, it's gonna be the source for the side of Team Fun. It's gonna be mainly Dolia and Arthur.
Well,
So, but the serious,
for
we
Cirrus,
see it just now for the tournament.
I mean, this hero can fly. This serious guy can easily fly all and bypass all the terrain. So he has that high ground advantage. At the same time, he can deal or make his enemies dizzy with the soaring wind, having an immunity, having those crowd control to hold those opponents up. So I hope that Dante can utilize using zeros at this rate. But for Dash Dash, well, for Dongwang having to be the final pick, they sure need to suppress their opponents with the Forsaken contract. And I wonder what goes well with that. And seems like they're gonna be going for Kaisers being painful, and of course having to combine Forsaken contract with another crowd control coming in from Princess Frost. That is quite unimaginable.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they probably, of course, wants to stop Marco Polo with a fevered barrage. Can just reserve that Forsaken contract coming from Dongwang once he goes on that. Plus, of course, lots of CCs in here. So I think Marco Polo needs to be very careful on his decision making as to when he wants to go for the fevered barrage to go all in. Because again, talking about lots of CC in here, he has to make sure that he is in the best, not good, but the best position.
They need to be in the best position because this is the do or die moment. This is
Mm-hmm.
going to decide their position in the brackets. Best of three. Now, leaving towards the best of one. Who is going to win? Fun or ASAG? Seems like DD is doing all the work just to punish down Dash Dash.
Yes, lane matchup, as we can see in here, the Diao Chan is having a hard time in dealing with the pokes coming from both Princess Frost as well as Dongwang, as usual, because in the early stages of the game, definitely there's quite an advantage from OD in here as well as Dash Dash. But lane matchup in the bot side, though, we saw how Marco Polo is actually taking advantage in terms of the clearing of waves, but I think for as long as the first skill of Noah in here is connecting, I think there's gonna be not much problem. But rotation already incoming down, but no CCs will connect. Just little bit of pokes here and there.
It's gonna be the pokes. All of those players, all of these heroes are going to play it safe. They don't want to get harmed. They just need to at least get their ultimate. Let's hold that thought.
Oh, dash super low on HP, forced to use his
Whoa.
flash. Fortunately, that saved his life still. If he wasn't able to go for the flash, I'm pretty sure he's dead already from the damage coming from In Spirit as well as the Marco Polo. So really good fast hands in there coming from the Dongwang.
Well, Noah and Dash Dash even opted for that flash, but wait a minute. We can see Lucky right now going in.
Oh, look at that, Cirrus! Oh, but no, it's actually a first blood coming from Cirrus, brought to you by Easy on Air. Really nice exchanges of plane here. That was almost, to be honest. The Truth Manta did connect, but Dante was able to answer back with his ult as well.
And now
For
they're
the
answering
meantime,
back.
Fevered Barrage has been used by the Marco Polo. Winter is here as well, but not much enough damage coming from In Spirit 2. And really good creation of space as well, coming from both Dongwang and Kaiser.
A lot of AoEs I've seen on this
Yeah.
map. I'm seeing Pool. I'm seeing the Wave Breaker coming in from Dolia. I'm seeing the flowery potential coming in from In Spirit's Daoshan. So Fun and AESAG, they're gonna be testing waters as for now. But in terms of like eliminations, they're still gonna try it. But just like what we've seen, they can still disengage unless they had that full force into eliminating a single target.
That's so true. But for the meantime, everyone's back to just being calm on the map. Pretty equal footing in terms of gold lead as well. They need to find the best gank that they can do in here. We did see it a while ago already. The Dharma, Lucky eyeing on to Sirius as target. But unfortunately, Sirius managed to answer back. But yeah, everyone's just gonna go find the gank that they want. And seems like they want to plan it out onto Moshi.
Seems like for Arthur, for Moshi here, he's gonna fake it out. He's gonna let AESAG think that I'm gonna be using the portal. So I'm out of this. I'm gonna try to hide the brush, but I got impatient. I'm gonna clear the wave instead. But on the AESAG side, okay, on the farm lane side of AESAG and Fun, seems like they still had that pressure. I mean, Fun has that pressure. AESAG was forced to play to hug in their tower, and then this gives room for Fun to take the Tyrant.
Waves coming in from the Dolia, getting suppressed by the Dongwang, though, was able to flash away. Ultimate in here has been used. Favored Barrage. Oh, well, actually, they shot a lot of damage, and the answer back as well, coming from Sirius. Even the Diaochan going for the double kill. Wow, lots of objectives actually secured by Fun, totaling it out to 4 kills just within 4-minute game time.
I mean, in spirits, he is utilizing the Daoshan pretty well. He's dashing in with the petals of the wind, but now they're chasing someone.
Here we go again. Ult has been popped up. Are they gonna go for the secure and kill very low members at the side of AESAG? The execute has been used as well. 2 kills more for fun. I love that. 2 kills more for just for fun. You know,
just for fun.
For fun, yeah.
They're doing this for fun, and seems like AESAG is not having fun with this kind of pressure that they are showing here. I mean, having Daoshan on mid, the flower birds, it's quite annoying. You know, having the Lotus, having the petals in the wind just to at least go in, dash out, and then having your AoE ult, flowery potential to reduce your cooldown. I mean, that takes a
Here
lot
we
of
go
work,
again.
just like that.
Flowery potential has been used in here, trying to get OD. Will OD fall down? Ooh, to no afford because the Dharma is on the back. No! He will actually flash in even under tower just to secure the kill. But that was a very greedy move because that cost his life as well.
Man, I mean, they're just trying to charge in, take the towers one after another, but seems like AESAG wants to retaliate. Even with that damage coming in from the Marco Polo isn't enough because they're unloading a lot of AoEs here.
Oh yes, indeed, but they are overextending, overstaying as well. In the end, it's gonna be the win coming from the side of AESAG, despite the triple kill from them. But from the bottom side part of the map, because Aesir is falling down with the Winter is here coming from Odie. I think he just basically got lucky. I mean, it's so annoying. The CC is coming from a Princess Frost. You have to deal with that. Flowery potential has been used once more by Inspirit in here just to clear off the minion waves and shove this Nyx on the Kaiser.
wow. I mean, for me, it's not worth it to overstay after you took down that
Yes.
top tower. It cost them a lot. It
Yes.
it creates space for ASAG to have 5 eliminations as of now, and this gives room for ASAG to bounce back. I mean, with that win, they reduce the gold gap. They just,
Yeah.
Fun is now ahead of 2K,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah. I do agree on that one. It was a very greedy move coming from Fun, knowing they got the 6 kill lead just a while ago, and even in Spirit just got greedy, just going for the secure and the kill because he saw that super low HP OD, and yeah, an exchange of kill coming from Lucky in there. But anytime soon, actually, just one still. Oh, but hold a thought. Because there's a sneaky move! Dharma all alone in the bottom lane part of the map,
oh
and here I don't
no.
think he will be able to back away. There's the chase, however. Look at that. Oh no! Just took a little while, but in the end, still Fun was able to manage to get that kill. But meantime, onto the mid lane part of the map, AESAG will manage to get a secure and a kill onto Mashi, while Consortiu is also doing some job onto the top, securing another tower.
I mean, just look at the combination. DD is empowering in spirit, okay? Resetting the flowery potential, which reduce the cooldown of skill 1 and skill 2. I mean, the returning lotus and petals of the wind. I mean, in spirit can dash in anytime he wants. He can use the ult anytime he wants because of DD. And DD here is making some waves, making some plays here. They're just letting Spirit do the initiation if they want.
Well, here we go again. Will there be a chase? Or there'll be a surprise? But yeah, they're just gonna be back anyway, still respecting the power of what AESAG can do, because as we can see in here, Dash Dash still has his ult available. But this is the fight already. They're going in onto the pit. We'll see whatever will happen in here. Look at that super low on HP. Fever Barrage has been used.
Sky.
All the ultimates has been popping here. But again, resets after resets coming from the Dolia in here, empowering in spirit as well as the Marco Polo. But they're not yet even done. The chase is in here. Here we go. Lots of members on AESAG already going solo. And this is a complete wipeout coming from the side of Fun.
Wow, DD and In Spirit. This is a combination that, is really, really powerful. Flowery potential being reset by Dolia's ultimate. This forces him to be mobile most of the time while dealing huge damage during that team fight. Even though Moshi, 4ZRY, and Dante got eliminated or got killed in that fight, I mean, having DD and Spirit, man, they're in for some serious killing.
That's so true, but for the meantime, tables have been turned. Actually, it has been it has always been on the lead of Fun in here, but they were able to capitalize after winning that fight from the Overlord camp in there, wherein I think it wasn't like a good position, a good spot from AESAG to be actually starting off that objective, because again, resets are here, ults are available as well. We saw how they managed to go on that double ultimates coming from In Spirit as well, flowery potential. So I think that was they just need to find a way. Maybe where in Dolia doesn't have her ultimate to reset any of his teammates' skills.
And now for Fun, okay, we're gonna take this Overlord. We're gonna be trying to barge in, but they're chasing down a Sirius. AESAG, they went in for the Overlord instead.
Visions here and there. We saw how Dash Dash used the vision already, but for the meantime, oh, they're gonna go for the clash. Oh, really nice truth mantra, but however, he was all alone in there. Not much backup coming from the side of Team AESAG as well. But Sears will Fevered Barrage has been used as well, killing off 2 members from the side of AESAG. And as we can see, it's not even done because it's gonna be a triple kill. Actually, no, one member, Nix is actually still in here into the middle lane, just being stopped by the members of Fun to having fun, and that is multiple objectives coming from Team Fun of Malaysia.
I mean, 4ZRY doesn't even care about what's happening on the back because he knew that the guys got it covered. I'm gonna take down towers, I'm gonna clear down minion waves, and I'm gonna go straight towards the base. And now, with Lucky being awake, this will force Fun to slow down their pace a little bit. They might as well consider going towards the other lane. They still have top, they still have bot, they still have room for the overlords to take. So this is gonna be the Shadow Overlord. 11 minutes into the game, they might take the Shadow Vanguard if they want to.
Yes, that's true, but they would want to respect that. They stop, but I love the vision that Moshi has created in there. But the decision is here is to respect still the power of AESAG in here. But you know what? I think they had a lot of position to actually finish that one off. But yeah, I think it's also because Dante doesn't have the smite, so they just wanted to make sure that it is going to be 100% secure in case.
They have to secure it. I mean, they have to wait for the cooldown if they wanted to go charge in. But for fun, okay, let's try to talk to the top lane. Let's try to clear the waves. But seems like for AESAG, it's gonna be a work because they're dealing with 3 players.
Oh.
Marco Polo was forced to use the Fevered Barrage there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's a good way, though, to pop off some ultimate from the side of Fun. At least that's one less ultimate. But Fun, knowing that they don't have the Marco Polo ultimate, so they just want to back away. But for the meantime, Kaiser is an attempt in here to go for a steal. Will there be getting some damage already? Oh, look at that steal coming from the Kaiser in there. Crucial tough indeed. But for the meantime, lots of members from AESAG already dying in front of their faces. Plus, the minion waves are looking good in favor of Fun as well. Dash in here, just forced to back away because, you know, the rest of the members are actually just onto the base, going for a defensive play.
I mean, we must respect Nyx because he managed to use that smite just in time to steal
Yes.
that Overlord. And with his efforts, he got taken out because Fun, they were not having fun seeing that smite taking away their objective. So for them, okay, let's try to take this guy out. So for 2 kills coming in from Fun, to the members of AESAG, eliminating Nyx and Lucky. So for Fun, they don't want to lose any time at all. And for AESAG, okay, we're gonna be enjoying like 2 waves of the Shadow Vanguard marching towards our lane while trying to prolong this game.
That is a good buy time coming from Nyx. You know, I think that's enough, like a good exchange for his life. But I think more members died in the process. But if it's just Nyx, I guess it's okay. But yeah, this is prolonging the match because of that steal. There is still light of hope for AESAG, but with the buff coming from the Tyrant, it's gonna be risky for AESAG to actually go for a team fight because they're gonna be dealing with some lightning damage as well from the Tyrant buff. But yeah, everyone's just they can burn that one out, that buff, but they can also at the same time focus on the clearing of minion waves.
I have to watch out with DD and in Spirit because if they signal the go time, I'm seeing the Celestial Melody being utilized here too much by DD towards in Spirit, and if they manage to sync when it comes to coordinating with their skills, then in Spirit can be unstoppable. This guy needs to be watch out, and he has the one to at least prevent him from dying. So let's see how is he going to do that. How is he going to initiate?
Yes, that's so true. Meantime, it is they already sieging in here onto the camp of AESAG. Right now, they need to pick up someone. Either the Marco Polo in Spirit can be so hard because of the ult and sustain. Yeah, definitely anti-heals in here. Venomous, such as the venomous stuff, is very much needed, especially coming from Odie, which will deal a lot of AoE damage. And yeah, I mean, this is a good buy time from AESAG so far at this moment in time.
Buy time for them, and they just have to wait for the right time, wait for the right skill to pop off. Even Zhao Shan removing the sprite, the vision coming from the sprite, just to cripple down AESAG's point of view. And now Kaiser is just taking it back once again. AESAG still continuing to defend their jungle camp because Fun here taking everything, even the Crimson Golem buff. And for 4ZRY, okay, I'm gonna secure that. No problem.
Yes, that's true. You know what? When the Arthur was actually just sprinting towards the opponent, it looks so scary. You know, he wants to go for an initiate just like that. But do take note, there goes the fight already initiated in here. Super low on HP. In here is the Diao-chan. Everyone's rather actually Kaiser. And in here, there's already the fight. Lots of members on the side of AESAG already falling down. There's the shutdown coming from the Concert 2, killing off his spirit. But you're not even done in here because they want to defend their base. And there goes Consortio already going online. Noah, is this what they are waiting for?
Is this what they are waiting for? Ladies and gentlemen, they wanted to end this game because they already have their advantage. In spirit, I did not see him use this splendor just to at least evade death or probably
Mm-hmm.
evade so much damage. But he died in the process. But now they have to wait for more. But look at
Oh,
that, Odie! He got
OD.
caught!
And of course, there goes the fevered barrage used to actually escape a death. And again, Consortio already is online. This is late game that AESAG is looking for. 3 members left alive, with Cirrus just going back alive as well. There's a good position for AESAG to actually contest this Overlord, but they are lacking some members. They have to wait a little bit, maybe pick off another one again, either the Dolia. Oh, there you go, in spirit! Already the Splendor has been used, able to dash away. Cirrus will
My.
fall down. In here, members of AESAG already gone mad. Double kill for the Consortio as well. And this is what AESAG is waiting for, a contest on the Overlord as well.
Oh my, is this a foreshadowing of the previous game? AESAG is still having their high hopes into turning, flipping the
Wow.
tables around into their favor. Fun here, making sure that they're not
Mhm.
surviving that fight. But oh no, Splendor.
Ooh. And of course, Dolia is nowhere around, so no recess of skills for you in spirit. But AESAG already getting their lead because they are managing to push the mid lane with, of course, Consortio just dishing out a lot of damage up against anyone in the map. Talk about true damage as well, while Kaiser is also doing a great job up top.
Wow. I mean, in spirit, he's just trying to at least prolong his game. He's trying to do his absolute best not to get caught by the ASAC because he knew that if he got caught, then it's gonna be over. There's no damage output, but it's all up to 4 ZRY's physical damage. But if they wanted to deal up against the magical guys, or if they wanted to deal magically, then it's gonna expose them really hard because based on the items that I've seen, probably some of them just have that one magic protection. I
Oh, here
mean,
we go again. Sirius has used the ultimate already. One member from the side of AESAG trying to sustain will still pop off his second life. Oh, legendary
they're
kill
fighting.
onto the Marco Polo. It seems like AESAG already going on to the losing side right now. What is happening? But the legendary kill, killing off the Sirius in the process. The vaulting shot has paid off. And then now they have to back away because they are lower in terms of numbers. But I love how the Shadow Overlord has been marching on all of the lanes that we have right now.
Yeah, they have to march in. They have to go in, try to at least finish the game, but it's almost Tempest time. They're just counting
Mm-hmm.
seconds away. And now ASAG has that formation. They are relying on Concert U, Noah's high damage output. In order for them to turn this around, they need to burst down in spirit. They need to burst down for ZRY. They can deal with Moshi because they can like control that every day, the way they want to. But for now, we are gonna keep an eye towards this Tempest Dragon.
Oh, here we go with the fight already. Very, very committed onto OD. No more Princess Frost in the process, but Consortio, look at him right now, dishing a lot of damage. But Sirius
Noah's
will
out.
take down the Consortio already. Now there goes the chase dash, trying to save his life. But Noah Ford slows here and there. Even the smite has been used to slow him down.
Oh no.
But in here, we can see Kaiser still going for his
Too
life.
deep.
But take a look up top because the rest of the members of Fun are already in here. Is this gonna be it?
There you have it.
Oh, look at this one. Kaiser already has fallen down, and that is a wipe out. This is going to be fun on a 2-1 score, winning our game 2 for Series 4 tonight.
Wow. That matchup took 20 minutes and it took a shadow. I mean, it took a Tempest Dragon to be awakened just to finish this one. That fight did dictate the pace, and I've seen the minion wave slowly creeping in the bot lane up until it reached the base. So this gives Fun the confidence to chase down the members of the ASAG. Kaiser was way too tanky, but Dharma and Kaiser was way too tanky, but them overextending and then following up with the minion waves after, this gives room for them to end this game because they have minion waves.
That's so true. This is really an exemplary game 3 that we saw. Even reaching, I think this is the first, right, that we reached the phase wherein the Tempest Dragon is there, and I think the potential, to be honest, was there on the side of AESAG, especially Noah already going online. But I think the game changer there was them being fully committed onto OD, because OD creates also a lot of space, slowing down the members. So and she's squishy anyway, so that is a good major target by Dante from the last clash. So I think overall it's a good decision onto, okay, who's the target first, right? Because from the side of the consortium, anyway, he is able to cleanse himself from any CC that maybe the Arthur or the Dolia can dish out onto him. So I think the Princess Frost was a good main target to stop AESAG from potentially making that comeback.
Well, having that fight, who emerged the MVP, well, in spirit, he definitely has it. Just look at that. 9 to 15 KDA. His damage output is way above the roof. 133,000 damage. And
Wow.
the total
Wow.
accumulated gold here, like 12,379 in spirit, together with DD's Dolia. They made this work. It made room for Inspirit to become the damage dealer for this entire game.
Yeah. I mean, the ultimates of Dolia keeps on, no, not Dolia, but the Diaochan keeps on getting reset. So understandable, massive amounts of damage in there, right? So this is why you would love the Adolia in your team composition, because especially if you have a game changer, a hero with a game changer skill, you definitely would want to target your ult on that one and just reset and have fun and reset.
Well, there you have it. We are now done. We are now done with the second series of the night, and we are now gonna head over to our main event, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Clash on Air Cup. Still with me, Vince G and Kaisaya, but we are going to have a short break. So don't go away, guys. We will be right back.